Welcome to mechbox.com's video upgrade series. This video will demonstrate how to remove the mech box from a Tokyo Marui m733. Begin by removing the front grip to confirm that the battery has been disconnected and removed. For Armalite models with collapsible stocks, pull down on the lever and slide the buttstock off the tube. Turn the gun upside down, then find and remove the screw at the end of the tube using an Allen wrench. Pry off or remove the small cover plate. Using a long Phillips screwdriver, remove the screw from the inside of the tube. Then slide the tube off the body. Now turn the gun on its side and find the magazine release button. On this model, the button is held in place with an Allen head, but some models do use a small Phillips screw. Go ahead and take out that screw. Then remove the button from the body and take the spring out. Lift the gun up and the magazine catch should fall from the body. Reassemble the magazine catch with the button, small screw, and spring to avoid losing these small parts. Using a screwdriver or an Allen wrench, press out the receiver pins starting with the rear pin. Then push out and remove the front pin. Carefully pull upward on the receiver. It's important to note that not all Armalite model receivers come off like this. The m733 has slots in the mech box which allow the tabs to slide by without breaking off. If you aren't sure how to do this, you'll most likely end up breaking a tab off the upper receiver. Do this at your own risk. Now that the upper and lower receiver are separated, carefully move the wire through the front of the upper receiver to give yourself room to remove the mech box. For full-size buttstock Armalite models, this step should not be necessary. Next, find the small retaining pin just above the trigger. Press that out using a small screwdriver or Allen wrench. The m733 and some other models have a small wire guide that routes the wires around the hop-up feeder. Remove the two small Phillips screws and take the wire guide off. Now, remove the two small Phillips screws securing the hop-up feeder. The feeder will come out on its own when it comes time to pull the mech box out of the lower receiver. Turn the lower receiver upside down and remove the two Phillips screws from the motor plate at the bottom of the hand grip. Using your thumb, keep down pressure on the motor plate until both screws have been completely removed. Release the motor plate. Many times it will stick and requires a gentle tap of the screwdriver handle to get it loose. Pull the plate off, find and remove the small metal disc. That disc is used for adjusting the depth of the motor into the mech box. Don't lose it. Carefully remove the wires from the motor. Usually the red wire should come off first, then the black one. Using needle nose pliers or your fingers, pull the motor out of the handle. Now, using a longer Phillips screwdriver, remove the two screws on the inside of the handle. Once you have the screws completely loose, slowly slide the handle off the mech box. Don't rip it off too quickly or you may tear off one of the connectors at the end of the wire. Begin lifting the mech box out of the body. You may have to rock it forward slightly to work it loose. The hop-up feeder will drop out at this point. Just set it aside and continue working the mech box up and out of the body. Carefully pull the wires through the lower receiver and the mech box will be free. Great job! You successfully removed the mech box from the body. If you have questions about your Armalite model, leave comments or suggestions on our site.